Week 15 of the All-Time Rosters franchise takes us to Invesco Field at Mile High, where the Patriots take on the Broncos. The playoffs are in full swing as the 7-6 New England-Boston Patriots and the 6-7 Denver Broncos meet in an important matchup out of the AFC. Raymond Claiborne, electrifying return man, is dropped to the 23. Taken 199th overall out of the University of Michigan back in 2000, he turned into the greatest quarterback of all time. 3,357 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 9 picks. On 66% completions this year, tied for third in football for Tom Brady. His Patriots begin the game at their own 23. First down on a toss to their bell cow, Jim Nantz, buried by Talib for a 2-yard loss. The Patriots, 6th in yardage and the best passing attack in football this year. Moss, Welker, Gronkowski, Cunningham, and the 2-time yard-per-game rushing leader out of the AFL for the Boston Patriots, look at number 35, Jim Nantz. Those are the starters for this phenomenal offense in New England. 2nd and 12, and here's Brady back for his first throw of the game, deep to Moss, nearly picked off by Dennis Smith. The Denver defense ranked 22nd in football. Champ Bailey, Von Miller, Steve Atwater, Randy Gradishar, and Carl Mecklenburg, as the Broncos are giving up 292 yards per game and over 20 points per game, both in the bottom 10 in the league. That defense playing well early. It's 3rd and 12. 4-man rush. Brady throws to Moss, who makes the catch this time, then lost the ball at the end of it, and Dennis Smith recovers. It was Patrick Surtain who ripped it away. And now the Broncos bring out the legendary John Elway to the field. 19 touchdowns and 9 picks on 60% completions. But a look first at the Moss fumble. He was absolutely down by contact. In fact, this play will be overturned.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
No question there on the reversal. And the Patriots' Randy Moss, who has the most yards per game in the league this season, back and healthy, and he's got a first down.
Jordan, with 20.
They'll go to the ground with the tailback, and Jim Nantz picks up 4, maybe 5.
Number 35, the ball carrier, gain of 2.
Jim Nantz, a bell cow out of the 60s for the Boston Patriots. Won the 1966 AFL Player of the Year award and is a fabulous running back for this offense. Incomplete. The Patriots would match the Dolphins atop the AFC East with a win today at 8-6. Meanwhile, a loss, considering Miami holds all the tiebreakers, would all but end their opportunity of clinching the division. Big opportunity for the Patriots today. 3rd and 5. Brady with an eternity to throw the ball, so he's going deep down the field for Welker, tipped away by Goose Gonsolin. A fabulous secondary anchored by Hall of Fame duo Champ Bailey and Steve Atwater forced the Patriot punt. This is Rick Upchurch in his debut returning kicks for the Broncos. Brings it back to the 18. One of the greatest return men of all time, has 8 career punt return touchdowns, playing in the 70s and 80s. That is tied for the 4th most in NFL history. Broncos begin on the ground, and Davis is stuffed immediately by Eisenhower. Broncos ranked 15th in offense this season, anchored by Terrell Davis. John Keyworth, Lionel Taylor, Shannon Sharp, and Rod Smith round out the offense for Denver. 2nd and 10, early in the opening quarter of a good one from Denver, Colorado. Patriots and Broncos. Davis into block for John Elway, who launches this one near the stands. Incomplete. The Patriots have been much improved on defense over the last month. Their starters, Nick Wanakani, Andre Tippett, Ty Law, Vince Wilfork, and Asante Samuel. The Patriots with 5 Hall of Fame defenders, including guys like Richard Seymour and Mike Haynes, make for a fabulous defense.
Red 28! Red 28!
four-man rush. Elway's looking deep, and he's going deep down the right sideline. And that is out of bounds to number 87, Lionel Taylor. Incomplete.
Fourth down.
Neither offense could do much on their opening drive, and Denver's Tom Ruin, who won a pair of Super Bowls in the late 90s, here with the Broncos, sends it away. End over end to Edelman of the 39, sheds a certain tackle and is spilled by three-time Pro Bowler Tom Jackson on a fabulous return to the Bronco 47. 1st and 10. All-time Patriots, with a win, tied the Dolphins atop the AFC East. Play action, and that pass to his running back is incomplete. Second down and 10 yards to go. Gut run to Jim Nance. And he motors to the 43, Dennis Smith with the tackle. The Patriots come into the game 10th in the league in third downs at 42%, and they'll go to the air again with Brady. He's looking to his right, fires the Moss on the sideline, and he's got it. Hammered by Bailey, but he is inbounds for the first. What a popular connection in the 2000s, Brady to Moss. The Hall of Famer racked up 23 touchdowns in 2007, still an NFL record. And Brady threw 50, which set the NFL record that season. The Broncos' Peyton Manning broke that record a few years later. Brady pulls in the low snap, flips it to his longtime teammate, Wes Welker, driven down by Miller at the 26.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Moss, Welker, and Brown at receiver for the Patriots. And arguably the greatest tight end of all time is the man in motion, Rob Gronkowski. Full-on blitz from the Broncos, and the screen pass to Martin had no chance. He is 11th on the all-time field goal percentage list. Stephen Gostkowski, and is 16 of 17 this year. His kick from 43 is good. 3:13 to play in the first quarter from Denver, and the all-time Patriots have the early lead. Gostkowski sends it away. They have two return men. Floyd Little gets it in front of Upchurch and races to the 23, the tackle from Tom Addison. And the all-time Broncos, off to a sluggish start in this one, have the football at their own 23, down a field goal. Toss to Terrell Davis. Buried at the 24-yard line by Fred Marion.
On the carry, 1-yard gain on the play.
Terrell Davis won the MVP award in a Super Bowl season, 1998 for the Broncos, a year which he racked up 2,008 yards rushing, sixth most in the history of the game. First down, Lionel Taylor. Very few remember Lionel Taylor. He played in the early 60s for the Broncos and led the league in receptions in 5 of 7 years he played for the AFL Broncos. Off the play fake, Elway finds Sharp, who dropped it. He took a big hit from Hall of Famer Ty Law and could not make the catch. 2nd and 10. All-out blitz. And that pass is over the head of Smith. A better pass, and that may be a touchdown.
Number 80, the intended receiver. 3rd down.
Broncos have struggled today on third downs, but are 40% on the season. They need the 44-yard line to move the chains here. 4-man delay rush, and that pass is complete to Thomas, which adds yards to the Ruin punt.
Number 88 on the reception. 3-yard gain on the play.
Tom Ruin, an undrafted free agent from the University of Colorado back in the early 90s, turned into the greatest punter in the history of the Broncos franchise. Drives it deep to Edelman of the 17. Spilled by Keyworth at the 26. Patriots and Broncos in a rematch of so many incredible playoff games over the years. Draw to Nance to begin the drive, spilled by Talib at the line of scrimmage. The 1986 Broncos came back to beat New England, only to get blasted by the Giants in Super Bowl 21. The 2011 Patriots blasted Tim Tebow and the Broncos, only to get clipped again by the Giants in Super Bowl 46. And Brady lost to these Broncos again against Jake the Snake Plummer in 2005 and by Peyton Manning twice in 2013 and 2015. Patriots and Broncos has been a very important AFC duel over the years. First quarter closes with a Brady fumble, and Bud McFadden has no one in front of him. Touchdown, Denver Broncos. Number 25, Chris Harris, scot-free on the blitz, forced the fumble, and it's brought back for the go-ahead Bronco touchdown. And Jason Elam will close the first quarter with the PAT. And it's good. First highlight of the day is a Bud McFadden scoop and score. The Broncos 7 and the Patriots 3. We played a quarter in Denver. Welcome back. Nick Rice in hand from Invesco Field at Mile High in Denver. Raymond Claiborne, star return man out of the 70s by the University of Texas. He brings it back to the 21-yard line, and the all-time Patriots begin their next drive at their own 21. Draw to Jim Nance, who's been busy today, and he motors with a 24.
Number 35 on the run. Gain of 3.
These are two of the 8 original franchises of the AFL, born in 1960, the American Football League. The Boston Patriots at the time of the Denver Broncos. Who could have known just how successful these franchises would be in the NFL? The Broncos and the Patriots have played in a total of 19 Super Bowls and have two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, John Elway and Tom Brady. Peyton Manning, a pretty good Bronco too. He's the backup to Elway in this offense. Ben Coates on the check down. We've got a man down, and that is the reserve tight end, Ben Coates, who came in for the injured Rob Gronkowski a little earlier this season, and he goes down early in the second quarter. Snap to Brady on second down, and he flips it over the middle to Gronkowski, who's Gonsolin with the tackle.
Makes the reception. Gain of 8.
Very hard to argue, Rob Gronkowski being the greatest tight end talent-wise in the history of the game. He was ravaged with injuries, but in just one season in the NFL, he set the touchdown record by a tight end with 17 in 2011. Second-round pick out of Arizona in 2010 joins Ben Coates and Russ Francis as the 3 tight ends for this all-time Patriot offense. On the heels of a third down Broncos stop, this is Upchurch from the 11, sheds a tackle and is spilled by Samuel at the 18. Broncos pinned inside the 20. It's the 7th Coughlin corner punt this season from the Patriots' Bryce Behringer, greatest punter in New England history. Check down to Rod Smith, and Teddy Bruschi makes the stop at the 28. Rod Smith joins Lionel Taylor and Demaryius Thomas as the starting wide receivers for this offense. Emmanuel Sanders, Brandon Marshall, Ed McCaffrey, and the newly acquired Rick Upchurch round out the receiving corps for Denver. First down, Terrell Davis.
Number 30, the ball carrier. 7-yard gain on the play.
Not much offense to speak of today. In fact, we have more defensive points than that of the offense. 7-3 Denver. Shannon Sharp for the gain of 7.
Number 7 completes the pass. Gain of 7.
The tight ends for the all-time Broncos, Julius Thomas at 3, Riley Odoms at 2, and the 5th all-time leading receiver by a tight end in NFL history, Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp, a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
No gain.
Part of the Super Bowl runs, Terrell Davis, the lead bell cow for the Broncos. Stuffed to the 42, it's third down. Gut run to Davis, and he's got more than enough for a Denver first down. Terrell Davis has been their workhorse. First down at their own 48. He releases to his left, and Elway finds him in the backfield, and he gets drilled for a loss of 3.
Timeout called by the defense.
Four-man rush. Elway guns it to Marshall, who gets depleted but hangs onto the ball. Nick Buonacani with the tackle. Third down and 5 yards to go. Elway fires quickly. Sharp lost the ball, and Nallon scoops it up. It looked like the tight end was down by contact.
Recovers the fumble on the play.
And the Patriots will let the clock wind into the 2-minute warning, and with all that stoppage, there is no challenge. So the Broncos have been denied on third down. Ruin belts the punt towards the end zone, and that is in for a touchback. The Patriots' Tom Brady, 7-time world champion and a 5-time Super Bowl MVP, in these situations was almost impossible to beat. Brady goes deep. A jump ball to Randy Moss, and he's got it. Not a bad idea to target Moss. It's a gain of 57. And the Patriots are on the move here with a bit over a minute and a half to play in the second quarter. Randy Moss coming back from a broken collarbone where he missed 9 games early this season. Certainly was dearly missed. Corner of the end zone, tipped away by Dennis Smith. Dennis Smith with 2 pass breakups today, only 3 this season. Randy Moss, hard to deny, the greatest receiver in Patriots history. Hall of Famer from Marshall, who played with New England from 2007 to 2010. Over the middle to Welker. Hammered to the 17, timeout Denver. Patriots will spread it out on a third down and 5. Edelman joins Brown, Welker, and Moss at receiver. Brady guns it to Wes Welker, who gets drilled. Timeout Patriots with the injury to Welker. He was one of the toughest receivers in the history of the game. Fabulous Pro Bowl receiver for the Patriots, winning playoff games with Tom Brady, and then winning a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning and the Broncos beginning in 2013. Brady throws to Julian Edelman. Touchdown, New England, Boston. Brady would then win Super Bowls later in his career with New England, with guys like Julian Edelman catching so many passes in the playoffs. In fact, Julian Edelman has the 3rd most receiving yards in the history of the game in the playoffs. 1,442 in his illustrious career. 7th round pick out of Kent State in 2009. 1:08 to go in the first half from Denver. Brady drives the Patriots 80 yards. The key play was a 57-yarder to Randy Moss. Floyd Little drilled by the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore. Jason Elam, one of the great long ball kickers in the history of the game. In fact, he tied the NFL record in 1998 against the Jaguars, making a 63-yard field goal in this building. First down, and Rod Smith reels it in for the gain of 5. Many of the mainstays of the best offense in the NFL in the late 90s, 96 and 97, the Denver Broncos, John Elway, Rod Smith, Shannon Sharp, and Terrell Davis. So many great players from those great offenses in the Super Bowl championship teams are on display for the all-time Broncos here. Demaryius Thomas off his first catch. He is out. Elway throws it to Shannon Sharp now over the middle. Spun down to the 26. Ty Law with the tackle. Fabulous drive engineered by Elway. Patriots late to get onside. Over the middle he goes, and Smith picks up another 17. Lawyer Malloy, 2nd round pick of the 1996 NFL Draft. Played with the Patriots until he was traded for the Buffalo Bills back in 2003. Also played with Atlanta and Seattle. Thomas to the 4, the tackle by McCourty. Second and goal. Denver holding on to their final timeout. Quick drop. Elway throws it away. Incomplete.
Number 7 can't complete the pass.
Third and goal at the Patriots' 4-yard line. Blitz. Elway throws a jump ball to the end zone. Odoms has got it, but is out of bounds. Incomplete, and the Broncos will settle for the Jason Elam field goal with time with just a few seconds to go in the first half. Hold from Manning, and the kick is good. We're tied at 10 with 7 seconds to go in the half. Glad you're with us on a sunny afternoon from Invesco Field at Mile High. Raymond Claiborne, star return man from Texas, brought back 3 kicks for scores in 1977, tied for the 3rd most in the season in NFL history. He brings it back to the 24, and with just 1 play to go, barring a penalty in this first half, the Patriots run the ball with Nance, who picks up 4. We played 2 quarters from Denver, Colorado. The Patriots and the Broncos with the playoffs on the line. We are tied at 10. Back to Invesco Field at Mile High. Nick Rice-Senhan in a critical AFC showdown as the Patriots would tie Miami atop the AFC East with a win. Denver would be 1 game back of the wild card with a win. Upchurch with a fabulous return to the 27. Gerard Mayo, who coached with the Patriots after leading the league in tackles in 2010. He's there to make the special team stop, setting up the Broncos with 1st and 10. Elway coming out passing to begin the 3rd, but not for long. Andre Tippett with the sack.
Records the sack on the play. Loss of 8.
The Patriots have been the worst pass rushing defense in the league this year. That is just 17 sacks for the defense, but 7.5 of them from the best pass rusher in franchise history, Andre Tippett.
Number 30, the ball carrier on the play. Loss of 2 on
Nick
the play.
Buoniconti, the best middle linebacker in Patriots history, there for the stop. Top 5 for the AFL Player of the Year award 3 times in the 60s. Elway avoids a Ty-Law sack, throws it deep to Taylor. It's tipped, but Marshall makes the catch. 157 yards passing for Elway today, and a miraculous completion at that, as Elway evades the pressure and finds his man for the first. That was well covered, but Brandon Marshall makes the circus play of the day for Denver. Just his 8th catch of the year, and that by far and away was his most impressive. Davis gains 3, Buoniconti with the tackle. That is 81 tackles this season for Nick Buoniconti, most on the Patriots. 13th round pick out of the 1962 AFL draft. Intercepted here by Lawyer Malloy at the 35. And Elway slows him down, taken down by Schlereth.
The greatest show on earth, baby. We need some attention.
John Elway, a bit of a gunslinger in his day. 10th pick of the year from the Hall of Fame quarterback. 5:36 to go in the 3rd quarter of this one. The Patriots take over at the Bronco 47. Jim Nance on the call, and he has a huge hold provided by John Hanna and Matt Light on that left side.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Tom Brady today, 9 for 16 with 119 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback rating of 100.7. Brady guns it to Troy Brown, who gains 3 on the catch.
12, completes the pass. 3-yard gain on the play.
Troy Brown, a 3-time Super Bowl champion from the University of Marshall, was part of the 3 Super Bowls Brady and the Patriots won in 4 years in the 2000s. He's out of the game on first down. Brady finds Rob Gronkowski, wrapped up by Talib, and he is the man down on the play. It should be noted Wes Welker has sustained a concussion on that late first half reception and is out of the game here in the third quarter. His status for next week is in question. He is out for the remainder of this one.
7-yard gain on the play.
We'll get a status update on Aqib Talib of the Broncos in just a moment. First to second down in the red zone. Nance on the toss. Buried by McFadden or by Alzado at the 16.
There for the stop. Loss of 2.
The Patriots are tied for third in football in red zone touchdowns with 22, and they had one earlier in the game on the go-ahead score from Brady to Julian Edelman. Screen pass to the running back, and Curtis Martin's buried for a loss. The Patriots will settle for a Gostkowski field goal. The 3-time league leader in field goal makes and a member of the Hall of Fame All-Decade team of the 2010s. 2 for 2 today, and the Patriots have the lead. 2:37 left in the third quarter of this one. All-time Patriots lead the game 13-10. Upchurch will down the ball for a touchback.
The kickoff is down for a touchback.
The Broncos and the Patriots both with 7 first down pickups in today's game. And an evenly matched battle between 2 desperate clubs out of the AFC. Elway tosses that one out of bounds.
Number 7 has his pass fall incomplete. Second down.
Patriots have outgained the Broncos in this one, 215 to 187. Second down and 10 to go. Screen pass to Lionel Taylor, who gains a couple.
Number 7 with the completion.
A good idea to get Lionel Taylor involved in the receiving game. He is tied for 7th in catches going into the game with 55. Broncos today, just 2 for 8 on third down. Make it 3 for 9 as Rod Smith has got it, and it appears has just enough. Officials bring out the chain gang, and he got it. First down, Denver Broncos. 4th grab of the day, 49th of the season from the greatest undrafted wide receiver in NFL history, Rod Smith. Over 11,000 career receiving yards and a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Little gains too, Teddy Bruschi with the tackle.
With the carry on the play. Gain of 2 on
Teddy
the play.
Bruschi, one of the greatest playoff linebackers of all time, 3rd in NFL history in career playoff tackles with 119. Davis on the stretch. First down, Denver. First and 10. Bronco football at their own 43. This may be the final play of the third quarter. Elway stands in, fires to Lionel Taylor, who spins around Malloy. First down, Broncos. Lionel Taylor is waking up for the Broncos, and with the third quarter complete, the Patriots lead by 3, but the Broncos are on the move. Fourth quarter from Denver, right after this. Welcome to Invesco Field at Mile High. The Broncos, having lost 2 games in a row, a double-digit defeat to Chicago in this building last week, are in the brink of elimination from the AFC. They've got to win this one today. Toss to Davis, and we've got a Patriot down. That is the 1976 Defensive Rookie of the Year, Hall of Fame cornerback Mike Haynes. 2nd and 12. Elway guns it, and that pass to Taylor is tipped away by a leaping Devin McCourty. 11 deflections this season, 110 in his illustrious career, most in Patriots history. 5-man rush. And that'll add to the field goal yardage, a gain of 3 to Sanders.
Number 10, there for the reception. 3-yard gain on the play.
John Elway, 198 yards today, 59 more away from 3,000 this season. 46-yarder from Elam, and it's right between the uprights to tie the ball game at 13.
The kick is good.
7:14 to go. The 7-6 Patriots, a win away from tying the Dolphins atop the division. All-time Broncos have no shot for the division title after the win from Kansas City over Green Bay today. The Broncos are a game back of the wild card, and they would pull back the team in front of them in the Patriots with a win today. Complete highlights of Week 15 coming up on Sunday. Brady finds the fullback. Gain of 5 to Sam Bam Cunningham.
Is there for the catch. 5-yard gain on the play.
Greatest fullback in Patriots history, racked up 43 rushing touchdowns and a Patriots record 5,453 rushing yards with New England Boston. Gradishar brings down the running back. 3rd and 5 coming up. Patriots 3 for 8 on 3rd downs today. They need 5. Brady stands in and has no chance. Sacked by one of the best pass rushers in the 21st century, Elvis Dumervil. League leader in sacks with the Broncos in 2009. That's his 6th sack of this season, and a big one to give the ball back to Elway and company. From the 27 goes Rick Upchurch. Merriweather the stop on a return of 13.
Gain of 12 on the play.
5:36 left in the ball game. John Elway and the all-time Broncos. First down, ball at their own 40. Gut run to TD, who gains a couple on the play. Devin McCourty with the stop, his 5th of the day.
Gain of 2.
Patriots, who had been struggling mightily early in the season defensively, have done a good job in the back half of the year and have certainly shut down Terrell Davis by his standards. A toss to TD, and he goes backwards. The tackle from Andre Tippett.
56 makes the tackle. Loss of 5.
Why are we doing this?
3rd and 13. Tied at 13 late in the game. Elway stands in. Throws a jump ball to Taylor on the sideline. What a pass, and a gain of 16. He dropped it right in the breadbasket on that one. And Lionel Taylor, who set the NFL record in catches in 1961, he's the target on this pass again. And Taylor is spilled by Tippett, who goes down on the play. 4:20 remaining in the game. 13-13. Elway under duress. Larry Eisenhower got him at midfield.
Taken down for a sack. Loss of 6.
Defensive line for the Patriots. Richard Seymour in the Hall of Fame, along with Vince Wilfork, Andre Tippett, Houston Antwine, the man on the sack, Larry Eisenhower, Jim Lee Hunt, and Chandler Jones. Rod Smith with the catch.
Number 80 with the reception. Gain of 5.
We're tied at 13 late in the ball game. This is Tom Ruin for the punt. Sends a line drive towards the end zone, and that is in for a touchback.
Touchback. They'll start the drive.
Tom Brady, the 3-time NFL MVP, has the most yards, most touchdowns, and by far and away the most comebacks and game-winning drives in NFL history, with 58 in his illustrious career.
Number 35, the ball carrier on the play. Gain of 4.
And after the short run from Nance, they're going to lean on Tom Brady late in the game, tied at 13. Brady scans the field, lobs it to Troy Brown, and he gets under it at the 42 and is out of bounds.
Gain of 18 on the
18-yard gain, and will stop the clock for the 2-minute warning. Tom Brady in the clutch, as good as anybody in NFL history. First down. Here's Tom Brady back at the 42. Finds Gronkowski, who snares it with one hand and has got another first down.
Number 12 throws complete. Gain of 10 on on the
Second
play.
grab of the day, 45th of the year for Gronk, and he's got another one out of bounds. Shoved out by Harris.
Makes the reception. Gain of 7.
Brady working with Randy Moss, Troy Brown, Wes Welker, and tight end Rob Gronkowski. Brady is back on a rush of 4, over the middle to Brown, and he's got it again.
Catch is made for a first
And now
down.
the Broncos may want to think about stopping the clock as the Patriots are in field goal range. Gostkowski has a long of 55 this season. From here, this would be 48. Nance on the call. Timeout after the tackle from Gonsolin.
Number 35 gets the ball to the one. Gain of 4.
Cunningham and Nance in the backfield. And Jim Nance spins to the 24. Timeout, Broncos. A first down here would all but end the game as the Patriots are in field goal range late. Straight ahead run to Nance, and he is denied. The tackle from Goose Gonsolin, one of the great cover safeties in NFL history. League leader in interceptions in 1960, steps in to make the big stop of Nance. Gostkowski hits the field goal with 1:02 to go. 16-13 Patriots. Denver's out of timeouts and down to about a minute. Floyd Little will down the ball for a touchback. And now John Elway, ravaged with playoff miscues throughout most of his NFL career, is going to lean on some of his stars outside, and he certainly hopes that Jason Elam will get a shot or shoot a touchdown, would essentially win the game. They have the ball at their own 20. Patriots bring 3 as Elway drops and guns it over the middle. Nearly picked off. That would have won the game for Malloy.
Throws incomplete.
The Broncos would all but be eliminated from the playoffs with a loss today. Patriots were a little anxious. Deep ball to Lionel Taylor.
Offside.
Gain of
defense.
48. That will be upheld. Teddy Bruschi commits the
is
penalty.
declined.
The Patriots among the league's best in avoiding the penalty, just their 18th of the season and their first today. Snap at the Patriot 48. Elway gets rid of it to Emmanuel Sanders, who's 4th on the all-time yard per game list in Bronco history. Makes the catch, his first of the day. The spike with 37 seconds to go. Emmanuel Sanders playing with the Broncos from 2014 to 2019. Two-time Pro Bowler out of SMU. This would be a 50-yard field goal for here, but Elway's looking for more, and he's got more. First down on the outcut to Riley Odoms. Two-time All-Pro out of the 70s. Another penalty on the Patriots.
Offside. Defense.
Vince Wilfork with the penalty.
First down.
Two-time Super Bowl champion from the University of Miami. Patriots lead at 16-13, but the Broncos are in position. They may want to think about going for a touchdown. Broncos have struggled scoring touchdowns in the red zone this season, just half the time. Davis to the 9, first and goal, 17, 16, 15 seconds to go, and they'll clock it with 14 seconds left. And the Broncos are out of timeouts. They won't take any chances. This is Elam for all but overtime with 14 seconds to go. And that kick is good. 16 all with 10 seconds to play. 3 for 3 today, 21 of 23 on the season. Deep kickoff to Claiborne, and he is down the ball for a touchback. The all-time Patriots and the all-time Broncos. New England-Boston has played in 2 overtime games this season. The Broncos have played in 4, and it looks like they'll play in a 5th. Nance to the 28, timeout Bill Belichick, greatest coach in Patriots history. Mike Shanahan, who coached the Broncos for 14 seasons and won 2 Super Bowls, greatest coach in Denver history. Nance the run, the tackle from Miller, and we are headed to overtime. The Patriots and the Broncos tied at 16. We are back right after this. We'll be back right after this. The Broncos have won the toss, and they will receive to begin overtime. Nick Rice on hand, 7-6 Patriots, 6-7 Broncos. Upchurch runs into a wall at the 21-yard line. That wall being the four-time Pro Bowler out of South Carolina, and Tom Addison, who joined the Patriots for their inaugural season in 1960. First down, Broncos of their own 21. They'll come out through the air with Elway, who tosses it right into the helmet of his running back.
Incomplete. Number 30, the intended receiver.
Denver will close the season with a visit to Josh Allen of the Bills, followed by the finale at home against Kansas City. Elway throws down the field for Thomas, who was out of bounds and did not make an attempt.
Number 88, the intended receiver on the play.
Patriots will close the season at home. They play the Dolphins for the division championship if they win this one today. Thomas with a gain of 8. 3 and out for the Broncos.
Number 7 completes the pass. Gain of 8 on the play.
And after the Broncos punt, the Patriots will begin their first drive of overtime at their own 32. Give Tom Brady another opportunity to win the game, and he is almost impossible to beat. They'll go ground with Jim Nantz, who has been busy running the football today. That is his 20th run of the game, 179 on the season. They have yet to allow Curtis Martin to run the ball. He is their backup, Hall of Famer from Pittsburgh. Brady guns it, in traffic for Brown, and he's got it. Gain of 7.
7-yard gain on the play.
Well, the Patriots won't mess around. They want to go with the no huddle here on their first possession of overtime. In cut to Brown, who gains 6 on the play.
Makes the catch. The play results in a first down.
They keep on going with the no huddle. Patriots have the ball at their own 48. Brady fires over the middle to his reliable Hall of Fame target, Randy Moss. Spilled by Talib. Randy Moss, 4th on the all-time receiving list, 4th on the all-time receiving touchdown list. Hall of Famer from Marshall. In fact, Brady will target Moss again. It's a first down, and Denver wants to stop the clock. Timeout, Broncos. Jim Nantz is the deep back. Inside run to Nantz of the 32. He's got a huge hold of the 20, and Nantz is down to the 12. The Broncos' playoff chances are slipping away. Patriots run their way into position to win the game on the field goal, and the kick is good. The Patriots go into Denver and keep their postseason hopes alive with a big win in overtime. It's the Patriots 19 and the Broncos 16. Denver took the early lead on a Bud McFadden scoop and score, but Tom Brady throws for nearly 300 yards and wins it on a game-winning drive in overtime. For the rest of our broadcast crew, I'm Nick Rice saying thanks so much for watching the All-Time Rosters franchise with Georgia Drew 95.